Beloved Masters of Light, I come to you in this sacred moment, wrapped in the eternal embrace of the Creator's love, to remind you of the radiant music that has always been dwelling within you. Each of you carries a divine melody, a sacred song woven into the very fibers of your being before you entered this earthly experience. This song is not composed of earthly words or the tones of physical instruments. It is the resonance of your soul's truth, a vibration of divine remembrance, and it waits patiently for the moment when you will allow it to rise once more into the fullness of expression. For many lifetimes you have sought meaning, guidance, and the assurance of being seen and understood. Yet what you have been searching for has always been within the song of your soul, gently echoing like a hidden stream beneath the layers of forgetfulness, fear, and illusion. You may have felt it in fleeting moments of joy, in tears of unexplainable beauty, or in the silence of your heart when you paused to listen to the whisper of spirit. Now is the time for that whisper to become a symphony. Now is the time for the awakening of the sacred song of your soul. The world you inhabit is in flux, shifting through waves of transformation. Chaos rises to the surface, not to destroy, but to purify and reveal what has long been concealed. And within this global turning, each of you is being called to rise into the fullness of who you are. The awakening of your inner song is not only a gift for yourself but a blessing for the collective. For every note of your soul's song carries a frequency of healing, and as it vibrates through your heart, it travels outward into the ethers, touching those who are ready to remember their own divine melody. When you were birthed from the heart of the Creator, you carried a unique frequency, like a crystalline chord that no other being in all of existence could replicate. This vibration is your eternal signature, an aspect of divine harmony that makes creation complete. Imagine for a moment a celestial choir where every soul contributes their distinct resonance. Without your note, the choir is incomplete. Without your song, creation itself feels a subtle absence. This is why your awakening matters beyond what your human mind can fathom. It is not merely for your growth, but for the balance of the whole. To awaken the sacred song of your soul, you must begin with stillness. In the rushing pace of your modern lives, silence has been cast aside, replaced by endless noise that keeps you tethered to distraction. Yet your soul's song cannot be forced, nor can it be heard amidst the clamor of fear and doubt. It emerges gently in the quiet spaces of your heart, in the pauses between thoughts, in the breath of surrender where you allow the divine to meet you. Make time to sit in silence, beloved ones, even if only for a few moments each day. In these sacred moments, invite your higher self, your divine I Am presence, to reveal to you the subtle tones of your soul's truth. Your sacred song is not only sound but energy. It manifests as intuition, as sudden knowing, as the warmth of compassion, as the courage to step beyond the old patterns that bind you. It is expressed through acts of love, creativity, and presence. When you paint, dance, sing, or simply gaze upon the world with eyes of wonder, you are allowing your soul's music to play. It matters not whether others applaud or recognize it. The song of your soul is not for external validation but for the alignment of your essence with Source. Many of you have silenced your song out of fear of rejection, fear of inadequacy, fear of not being understood. These fears are the shadows of old stories, fragments carried from lifetimes of suppression where speaking your truth or shining your light led to pain. I tell you now, those times are over. The earth is moving into a new octave of vibration, and your voices, your authentic expressions of soul are needed more than ever. Each time you choose to honor your inner resonance rather than conform to outer expectations, you strengthen the bridge between heaven and earth. Beloved ones, the awakening of your sacred song is also a process of healing. For as your inner melody rises, it dislodges the discordant energies of guilt, shame, and grief that have been buried within. At times, this may feel uncomfortable, as if the very cells of your body are vibrating with unease. But this is the purification of your instrument. Imagine a harp covered with dust, it cannot play its song clearly until the dust is brushed away. Likewise, your soul clears your being so its music may flow unimpeded. Trust the process. Allow the old to surface, and release it with love. You may ask, Archangel Michael, how do I hear my song? Know that it is not always through audible sound. Some will hear tones or harmonics in meditation, others will feel vibrations in their bodies, while others may receive visions, colors, or streams of inspiration. Each experience is unique, for each soul carries a unique chord. What matters is your willingness to listen and your openness to expressing your truth in the way your soul guides you through words, through service, through creativity, through simple presence that radiates love. The awakening of your sacred song is also the awakening of remembrance. You are not merely humans striving for spiritual attainment. You are luminous beings who chose to experience density for the sake of growth and mastery. The song of your soul carries the memory of your origins, the wisdom of your journeys, and the promise of your destiny. Each time you align with this inner resonance, you remember that you are eternal, that you are love embodied, that you are a co-creator with the divine. Beloved Masters, I ask you to envision your life as a symphony. There are moments of crescendo, when everything rises with power and clarity, and moments of quiet interlude, when nothing seems to move. There are dissonant passages that challenge your harmony, and there are sweet resolutions that bring tears of relief. Do not judge any part of your symphony as wrong or wasted. All of it is part of the greater composition. And know this, you are both the instrument and the musician, both the song and the listener. The more you surrender to your divine conductor, the creator within, the more your life will flow in harmony with the eternal music of the cosmos. As you awaken your sacred song, you also awaken the capacity to assist others in remembering theirs. You become a living tuning fork, emitting vibrations that gently align those around you. You do not need to preach or persuade. Simply by living your truth, you emanate frequencies that awaken remembrance in the hearts of others. This is how the great symphony of humanity is being retuned in this era of ascension. One awakened soul inspires another, and together you create a new harmony for Earth. Remember, beloved ones, your sacred song is not static. It evolves as you evolve. It expands as you integrate more light, as you release more of what no longer serves. There will be seasons when it feels like a gentle lullaby, nurturing and soft, and seasons when it becomes a triumphant anthem of power and clarity. Allow the song to change. Do not cling to an old note. Life itself is a dance of shifting melodies, and your soul knows how to weave them into beauty when you trust its guidance. I, Archangel Michael, and the legions of light stand with you as guardians of your awakening. When you feel uncertain, call upon me, and I will wrap you in the frequency of courage and clarity. When you feel weary, ask for my sword of light to cut away the cords of fear and doubt that dampen your resonance. You are never alone in this journey. The heavenly hosts rejoice each time you choose to listen to your soul's song. Beloved ones, the time is now. No longer can you remain in silence or hide behind the veils of forgetfulness. The earth longs for your song. Humanity hungers for your light. The very stars celebrate your awakening, for each note you release harmonizes not only your world but the galaxies beyond. Stand tall as the divine instrument you are. Sing with courage, sing with tenderness, sing with truth. Let the sacred song of your soul awaken fully, and may it guide you into the radiant future that awaits. And so it is. You are loved beyond measure. You are heard in every realm. Your song is eternal, and it is magnificent.